Oh, hi, hey, how you doing? Here's Billy, your lifestyle coach. Today I want to talk to you about focus and the importance of being focused on our lives, our improvement, our success, whatever we're doing, our projects. We need to have focus, because if we lose focus, then we forget everything. Nothing will work if we're not focused on it. We need to stay alert to the things we have around us and what we are doing, because there are so many distractions everywhere. There are people calling us, there's social media, there's the news, there's the TV, it's the games on the computer, and we are thinking about what that person said to us the other day, and we're thinking about what that person did the other day, and we are thinking, I shouldn't have done that the other day, or we are thinking about all the things that do not matter in our lives. And to get in a place in our life where we feel happy, we feel successful, where we feel things are progressing in our lives, we need to be concentrated and have a straight focus. And it is very important to have that focus, because we lose our identity if we are all over the place thinking about everything. Whose phone is that ringing? Is it you? Is it you? Yes. Okay, turn off the telephone while we are having this conversation. We need to eliminate most of the things, almost everything around us. We need to shut off these distractions. If you're working on a project, turn off everything else. Turn off the social media. Turn off the radio. Turn off everything that is distracting you. And it is said that we only see and hear about 1% of everything that is going on around us. We are blind and deaf to the rest. But still, that 1% is distracting us, because we are focusing often on the wrong things in life, on things that are taking time, wasting our energy, and wasting our mind. And we become like zombies, because like we on social media, I'm gonna go on Facebook just for a few minutes, just gonna check what's happening. We start scrolling to the river. Yes, we're scrolling, and suddenly, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours have passed, or you're just scrolling and doing nothing. There is the average people, the mediocre people, who there's not much happening in their lives, because they're not focused on anything. They don't have any dreams, they don't have any goals, they don't have any ambitions to move forward. But for those who want to go above the average and rise further in life, they need to think differently, change their mindset, and turn off all these things, and they need to have the focus to go further. It is not everybody who wants to move further. Many people are just happy where they are, in the comfort zone, working a regular job, having a regular life. That's great for them. But for those who want to go further, we need to learn how to focus. For me personally, I was a very unfocused person. I had no schedule, and I was very unorganized in every way. I just went with a whim. I was just maybe doing something, then I was suddenly doing something else, and nothing was happening. So it was a habit of mine to be unfocused. Like we say, it is said that almost all of us have ADHD, or some of us would call it ADOS, like attention deficit, shiny. We're thinking about something, and all of a sudden, our mind is somewhere completely different. And it is a habit, and we can train that. We can train our mind and train to focus properly and get further. And it's like once I went to, like in school, we learn how to read. We learn how to read 101. And then I went to a speed reading course. And they say that when we are reading, like slowly, like we learn in school, each word at a time, and we're reading the words in our mind. It gets really slow. But our mind is a supercomputer. It has so much capacity to do so many things and at an incredible speed. And when we're reading slowly, guess what happens? When we're reading slowly, our mind gets bored, and it starts going, yes, what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Yes, I have that project I want to go do tomorrow. Yes, I haven't heard from my friend for a long time. Our mind is all over the place. But when we learn how to read faster, speed read, and not repeating the words, reading the words in our mind, and just go really fast, our concentration improves. We remember more of what we are reading. We can get over more material in a shorter time. And because we're reading so fast, that our mind is not capable of doing something else, because we're filling up the mind. The mind doesn't get bored and starts thinking about something else. And it's the same thing with everything else. If you have a project, if you're used to focusing on a lot of other things, distractions, social media, news, movies and everything, then when we start working on a project, what happens? Start working on a project, but our mind starts going to all these things we are used to thinking. But the more time we spend on thinking about that project or whatever we're doing, starting a business, getting clients, getting leads, the more time we spend doing these things, and the more we occupy our mind with these things, our mind will reprogram itself, and we will learn to focus there, and the mind will stop going to all these things we're used to doing, because now it's used to thinking about these things, this project, getting leads, getting clients, getting this and that. So it is all a matter of focusing on and giving things time, reprogramming and training our mind to focus on the things we wanted to focus on. Our mind's capacity is enormous. We are powerful beyond our imagination with our mind. We can create, design everything we would ever desire and want. If you have problem organizing things, that is probably because we are not used to organizing things. We may organize it, say, write down what we're doing, but we never look at the things we organized and wrote down. So of course, our mind is not on it. So our organization plan doesn't work because we do not focus on it. If we want to improve our lives, if you want more money, then we cannot focus on that we are poor and broke, because if you're poor and broke and focus on that, it's what happens. If you want more money, then we have to find things that can bring us more money, and guess what? We have to focus on these projects and on these things that can improve our financial status. If we want to improve our happiness, we cannot focus on the things that make us unhappy. We have to find the things we are grateful for, the things that make us happy, and the people around us that make us happy. Then focus on it and just not think about anything else but the things that make us happy. We are reprogramming and retraining our mind to get there, focusing on it all the way. And if we want to, whatever it is we want to do, we need to train our mind to focus on it in every single way. It is our life is just a habit. Everything in our life is a habit. And when we see these bad habits that are distracting us, then we can rearrange them and find new better habits. And when we are changing a habit, like when we are starting to go from unfocused to focused, going from an old habit to a new habit takes time. It takes energy, it takes effort, and we have to focus on it. We have to keep it in our mind every single second. If we want to build an empire, we cannot just do it maybe a few minutes today and maybe a few minutes tomorrow or the day after. Nothing will happen that way. Or maybe very, 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 very slowly. But if we want to build an empire, build a big business, build a huge income, improve our lives and everything, we need to give it time. Everything takes time. And like with a snowball, when it starts rolling, it's just very small, it goes very slowly. But then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it gets faster and faster and faster. And it's the same with us, with the mind. When we are training something new and learning how to focus, first we have no focus, our mind is everywhere, then we are gonna start learn how to focus and train our mind. We should have photos of it. We have to have something to remind us of what we want to do, and with the focus, so we see it everywhere and reminds us of what we want to do. And in the beginning, we focus on it maybe for a few minutes, then our mind is gone. Then back to the subject. Focus for a little long time, then our mind is gone. Then back again and again and again, little by little. Let's say, here are the distractions, here's the focus. Then little by little, the shift will come. And here are the distractions afterwards, and here is a focus. And we are so powerful. We can accomplish whatever we want to, whatever we dream of, and we can manifest everything we would ever desire. We can change our reality in every way if we just focus on it, get the ambition and the energy on it, and we will get there. Well, my friends, this was a little thing about focus. Yes, we need to be there. So focus on. It's Jesus Billiard, your Luxury Lifestyle Coach. If you want to know more about me and what I do, you can go to my website, yes.com. You can also sign up for my online course, The Re-Evaluation of Our Lives, at wearethecreatorsacademy.com. Take care, and I'll see you soon.